cheating, I will never tell a
I'll just say this because the women are giving their opinions on men, and men are trash, blah blah blah. And what I've come to realize, the basis from this argument that men are trash typically boils down to he cheats and he lies. That's pretty much the main complaints from women. So let me, unveil it for you guys right now. The fucking magic trick right here, right? The reality is this. Men are as only faithful as their options, ladies. Ta-da!
So I get a stumpy?
So I gotta get an ugly nigga? That's what you're telling me?
Well, here's the thing.
No, you don't options.
Ugly broke nigga.
Right.
Here's the thing. Men are as faithful as their options, okay? You could take the guy that you think is loyal and, the best or whatever. Give him a blue check, $2 million, a mansion, he's going to be fucking. So, I say this. Since men are highly predisposed to cheat and commit adultery, just understand from this podcast, because we'll be honest, we talk about the negatives of men and women. More than likely, your guy is going to exercise options at some point in his life or relationship with you. Right. So just pick the best guy that you can. Understand the fact that you're not that fucking special. And he's probably going to want to go out and explore and have sex with other women. And then on top of that, the more successful the man, the less likely that he's going to successfully be monogamous to you. One more time for the ladies, fucking understand this shit. The more successful he is, the less likely he's going to successfully be monogamous to you. All right? Men don't bust their ass to make money and become successful for one pussy. They might tell you that because it makes you guys feel special. It sticks with that Disney fairy tale that women love, imagination.
It makes you feel happy.
But, unfortunately, ladies, you're not that fucking special. You all have vaginas. You all want the same things in men, just like we want the same things in women. I'm not saying we're special either. But women run around and call themselves queens, as he would say earlier, or they're princesses, etc. Women call themselves strange names that they might have not necessarily earned and or actually are. Men don't. We operate in reality.
That's my real name, by the way, if you were throwing shots at me.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry to hear that. But men don't prop themselves up. They just understand it is what it is, and they just try to enact on the reality. So I want the ladies to know, unfortunately, the more successful the man, the less likely he's going to be monogamous to you. Accept this reality. Let him do his thing. Make sure that you're the main one, but you're never going to be the only one.
My grandmother used to,
I agree with that.
well, my
Myron, I
grandmother
have a
had a
question.
saying.
Look, hold on.
I have a question real quick for you. You want more than one woman, right? You two. You want one.
Yeah.
Every man.
How about...
I'll answer
No,
for
but
you.
how about...
Every
real
man
quick.
wants more than one woman.
No, I agree with
Every
that.
man.
That's fine.
Does that work
I'm
for
the kind of woman that
successful
is will allow a man to have multiple women.
Yeah.
But the problem is that...
Into the mic so they can
It's
hear
like-
you.
It's like what he said. Can you afford it? Not you
Right.
specifically. I'm just saying, can
In
you
general.
afford it? And then with me, like if I will be with a man that has multiple women, can you afford to have different houses for us so that we don't argue and we can actually live in peace?
Yeah, facts. You
Are
can't
you
be
asking
broke.
me specifically
you
or
can't
men
be
in
No,
broke.
just like men in
she's saying
general.
she's saying to let me
Would
know
that be,
that
something
she
that's
can
okay?
accept this if you can provide this. But that's where I was saying, like my grandmother used to say about my granddad. She said, "I don't know what your granddad is doing between 7 in the morning and 7 in the evening. I just know at 7 in the evening he at home." And I never got that until I got older. What she was saying was, he gave her a routine, and he stuck with that routine. So if he needs to do anything foul, he better do it during that time of his time, and it better not get home. Because when my granddaddy died, it was a bunch of niggas I didn't know who showed up, and they were part of the family.
Your uncle.
Yeah, and nobody, nobody tripped off it. And I kept saying, how are these women okay with this? It's because a deal was struck, and it was like I was telling you guys yesterday. Deals actually are good things. If you set a girl down, a lot of y'all don't believe it. If you set a girl down and say, I want to do this, there's a lot of girls who will say, okay.
Exactly.
It's about being real from
It was like that for
It was
Be
actually
real.
addressed that point yesterday, remember?
Be real.
It was like that for me with my son's father. Like, from the beginning, I told him, like, I'm open-minded. I was already in a polyamorous relationship, but me and like the other shorty didn't have nothing to do with it. At the end of the day, like, if like you're saying, if you expose this point and I'm cool with it, all right, we could be cool on it. It's just, I don't know, people make everything so much more
Think
difficult.
about it this. I want all y'all ladies to think about this. How is a man able to have 9, 10, 11 different children, and you willing to be his 12th baby mama? But you say, I ain't sharing no nigga.
Nope.
You are sharing a nigga. This nigga got kids with other women. Y'all are sharing. How much could y'all build if y'all say, instead of splitting this money into all these other households, what if we just decided to build together? We're already sharing a nigga because we're getting this much money per child. Because if you really had a problem with it, don't date a man with children. Just don't put yourself in that position if you really don't want that. But if you are going to do it, why is it that, but that's why I said, women are supposed to be village builders, but the women of today are way more selfish than the women of the past were. Because it used to be, you cared about the big picture.
Yeah.
Guys too, we cared about the big picture. Now everybody wants to feel good in the moment, and it destroys the big picture.
And let me answer that question too, because why do women have such a point of issue with this? Well, I'll keep it 1,000. I know you guys probably aren't going to like this. I'm going to get hit with the...
How dare you?
But it's because we lie to women and we tell them that they're special and no one can replace them and no one is like them and they're a snowflake, etc. So they have this inflated sense of self-worth, like my pussy's the best, I'm the best, you can't replace me. And as a matter of fact, we have a part of the show where we ask women, what do you rate yourself? 1 to 10. You know how many girls tell me 11? Man, if I had $1 for every girl that said 11, I wouldn't be doing the show anymore, bro. Like, the girls always give themselves an 11, a 20, 100, 99.
I would never rate
One
you
girl
as
said,
even a 10.
one girl went like this one time, the infinite symbol. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So the point is that what we've come to realize after interviewing well over 1,000 women is, on a balance of probabilities, most women have an overinflated sense of self-worth and ego, which is fine. If that's how you need that to make it through the day, that's fantastic. The issue is that they apply that to their relationship and think, no motherfucker should cheat on me, etc. And they don't accept the reality that you don't necessarily have the negotiating power with some types of men that you might deal with. You want a celebrity, you want an athlete, you want a baller, etc. Guess what? There's very few of those men, but there's plenty of beautiful women, and men don't have the same standards. So I just want women to understand that men can't tell you the truth because you're not ready for the truth. Because your entire life you've been coddled and told you're a princess and you deserve the best, regardless of how you behave. And that's, and I know that sounds fucked up, but that's something that I've come to realize in the Western Journal. When we talk to women, we tell them your needs out-prioritize the man's needs. Your happiness is the most important thing. And hedonism is taking over, and that's why women divorce. They don't give a fuck. They're breaking up families, etc. Because they're told you are a princess. No one should violate that. And your personal happiness is worth more than your family. And that's why so many women divorce and leave the men. And, you know, it is what it is.
Women want to be Barbie. Men don't want to be Ken. You don't have any dude on Instagram saying he's Ken so-and-so. But how many chicks you have calling themselves Barbie or some version of a doll?
Because they want to be chosen.
But so that's what I'm saying. Like, men actually are more honest with who they are and what they bring to the table. Women have been told from the time that they were little that it's something special about them and somebody's going to ride into their lives and save it. And it's that delusion that's destroying what is matters the most to civilization.